When you diet, you kind of think, well, I'm going to be losing weight. But the one thing you're not prepared for is the other side effects that come with it. And they're not bad side effects, by any means. But they're things that I wasn't expecting. One of them mainly being saving some money. Because at work, for a typical lunch that I buy, it's usually $4. And I work 5 days a week. So that's $20 savings extra in my wallet every single week. And that is nice. That's definitely nice. But I'm also, and this might be a TMI, too much information for you guys, but I go to the bathroom a lot less. And I wasn't expecting that one. I've always been so used to going 3, potentially 4 times a day, and now it's cut down to 1, maybe 2 times a day. And I was just like, this is really weird. Because in my eternal clock, in my eternal schedule, I'm like, okay, wait a minute, I should be this now, but I'm not. What's going on? The same way with me not doing lunches at work. Because of that, I now have my total work schedule completely screwed up in my head because I'm just like, okay, when's lunch? When's lunch? Should have had lunch by now. Where is it? And I'm just working through it, which is working. It is working. I not sitting down and not like freaking rebooting my system into a relaxed state is working. It's working really, really well. Wow. This whole diet thing is it's going okay. It's a mental battle, but we'll talk about that tomorrow probably. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a Saturday episode. But go ahead and sit back, relax, because you know what it is. It's the Friday episode of the Fat and Happy Show, everybody. Let's get to it. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the Fat and Happy Show. Come on in, take off your pants, and have yourself a bowl of cereal. Where we got to go ahead and start getting this guy fed. But it is Friday, another wonderful Friday, if I do might add. Who doesn't love a good Friday? Come on, turn around yourself. Friday, the end of most people's work weeks, and for me, it's kind of the halfway point of the week. When you work in retail, weekends don't exist. It's just something you got to get used to. So, retail is definitely not for everybody. But you know what is for everybody? Some news of the week, where we're going to have some bad news to start off with. And the bad news is controversial. We will go ahead and dip our toes into that controversial pool of Georgia, where Georgia has officially passed a thing saying that local governments cannot mandate mask wearing, which I say, what the hell, Georgia? What the hell are you doing? It's basically Trump mandating that every single state cannot force people to wear a mask. Which I know some people who are anti-mask who are just like, well, yeah, thank God. But for those of us who are on the mask side of things, we're kind of like, well, that's stupid. But yeah, it's very much the same thing for Georgia because the local counties cannot declare anything. Here in Indiana, our governor has basically said that individual counties can do it, but not very many counties are doing it. And the one thing that I would like to add to this is, how does this work with Walmart? Walmart is not typically like dictated by the government, so will people have to wear masks in Georgia Walmarts? This is something I would like to know. Because, of course, we talked about yesterday how Walmart is mandating masks, and personally, I think I'm all for it. The one thing that the Georgia governor did say is that he is doing this for the people who can't wear masks, who are a little bit troubled medically. And to those people, I would say you have alternatives. You got a family who could go and make some runs for you to a simple Walmart. You got plenty of online realtors that'll ship stuff directly to you. There are alternatives instead of bitching, in short. If you're anti-mask, there's alternatives for you. Don't go to Walmart. Don't complain about it. Just either strap on or shut up. But now some good news of today. We're going to go to that good old NASCAR, where we're going to go ahead and be talking about how that Chase Elliott won that All-Star race. But not just that, but also there's a racing event with fans. Of course, with that All-Star race, we had 30,000 people up in the stands with a capacity of 100,000. Now, of course, only 30,000 was sold because, well, you can't have the stands completely full because otherwise you can't have that social distancing. So it was real nice to see those fans back up in the stands again. But just saying, Chase Elliott won, And it turned out that he did not talk too much about the victory himself. A lot of focus kind of went to those fans up there in the stands, and kind of having fans back at sporting events back here in the U.S. of A. Yee! This is a fun episode. Yeah, hopefully that is a change in the right direction to getting fans back into sporting events. And the pictures I saw showed great social distancing, where you had groups together of families, and then outside of that, there was good social distancing until the race ended. And then you had everybody up there at the checker flag right up against each other going, "No vacation!" So, yeah, it's, we'll see what comes of it. I'm pretty sure things are fine there, but time will tell. Give it 2 weeks and we'll hear about it. But now we need to get into those holidays of today, because I forgot to cover them at the beginning like I usually do. Where today's National Tattoo Day. I do not have any. I have plans to get one at some point in my life. Eventually when COVID goes away. But it's also World Emoji Day. So make sure you send lots and lots of emojis and don't send any text at all. Be like an Egyptian. Use hieroglyphics. There's also National Peach Ice Cream Day. I didn't know that peach ice cream was loved so much that it has to have a holiday, but okay. And then, of course, we have to have an obscure one. It's Yellow Pigs Day. And Yellow Pigs Day doesn't even really have anything to do with pigs. It's mainly about the number 17. So, whatever. It's July 17th, so 7 and 17. Day with the most sevens in it, I guess. That's why they kind of have it on this day. But it's all about, like, prime numbers and math. My girlfriend would love today. Yeah. Math. But with those out of the way, it's now time for the dad joke of the day, where we got a little bit of acting to do. This is going to be a conversation between a cashier and a dad. And oddly enough, it does involve just a simple question. "Evening, sir. Would you like the milk in a bag?" "No, just leave it in the carton." I've never heard that one before, but it's actually kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. It's stupid, but it's funny. No, it's not. But now into the pet photo of the day, where we got Ollie. Ollie being held by one of his owners, Riley. But Ollie is also an orange boy, very, very cute orange boy. And he doesn't look that old in the photo. So I'm guessing he's probably like about a year old, somewhere around there. Very, very cute, very, very cuddly, very, very snuggly. But alas, we end out this week with the final 2 cents of the day. Now's the part of the show where Kyle gives his 2 cents. What is the purpose of money? When you're a child, money is an allowance. And basically you take that allowance to buy weird random things that you want. As you get older, you might have to pay some bills. You might have to pay for a phone bill, or maybe some car insurance, gasoline, movie tickets. And then as you become an adult, that's when the real insurance comes in, such as life insurance, and even mortgages. And not to mention major car bills. So, with that, money can be something that goes from fun to extremely unfun. But that does not mean that money should ever stop being entirely fun. Always try, when you're an adult, to budget a little bit of money aside, just to spend on yourself. You work hard, and if you don't treat yourself on occasion, then what's the point of working? Just to go through the mundane tasks of paying off a stupid house? You won't feel much satisfaction or gratification from that. But if you were to buy yourself a new fancy toy, or maybe a fancy watch that you just get a little bit more joy of, or maybe a painting that just makes you smile, maybe that'll make working just that much more worth it. So that way you enjoy it. Are you making that money? And that is something that I am starting to do now. Like, originally, like when I moved out, like I was up to the point of when I moved out, I was very much like, ooh, I like this, I like this, I like this. And then, once I moved out, then I was like, okay, well, I can't have this, I can't have this, I can't have this. I got a lot of bit of bills. But now, with the whole diet change, I figured I would change up how I'm spending my money. And I'm getting to the point of where I'm actually able to save a little bit more, and we'll kind of see in the long run how it works out. But I'm trying to save just a little bit off to the side so that way I'm not entirely getting screwed. I love collecting playing cards. Love collecting playing cards so freaking much. So I definitely don't want to stop collecting them. And they're pretty cheap. If for all things to collect, you want to collect something that can be cheap and then increase over time. And that is definitely playing cards, ladies and gentlemen. Do some research. There's a market there because my collection is worth a lot. And I didn't spend too much on it either. But do try and set aside some money, though, for yourself. Because you gotta treat yourself. You always hear, treat yourself. Seriously, treat yourself. Just like I'm going to treat myself with 2 days off from the Fat and Happy Show, I am going to go ahead and do probably a video tomorrow talking more about the diet and how I'm doing. And then Sunday, I think I'm going to be posting a Minecraft video. I haven't done a Minecraft video in a while. I've had it ready to post, so I'm going to go ahead and get that out there. So we're actually going to be going about 2 weeks with nonstop postings, so go me. But we'll kind of see how things go with next week. Next week is going to be the major push. I'm going to try and push this show harder than I ever have, and we'll see how we do. I have high hopes for it, but we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you guys so much, though, for all of your support. It really does mean so much to me. It helps keep me going, and I will see you guys back here for a Monday episode of the Fat and Happy Show. A good day. Also, hopefully you got a little fatter and happier with me.